He's going to be nice against a lot of these other heroes as well. He's going to chew through that as Kaka makes his way forward.
We're going to try and take it. He won't get it. Miracle will be able to claim the bounty ring. Missile onto GH, but Newbee not looking to follow up, just trying to see if he can get a chance of grabbing that rune. But Miracle takes 2. Meanwhile, on the above the map, Sccc will also get 2 bounty runes as well. So both mids off to an even start.
This almost looks like an EG draft from the side of Liquid. They've got the Lycan dual off lane. They've got something in the form of a flash farmer for what would normally be RTZ, and taking a play out of their page out of their playbook. Mind control playing the Abaddon, going to be up against the Tidehunter.
How does that matchup sort of go in the 1v1 up in this top lane? Is it favorable to each of the side?
I'd imagine that the Tidehunter just free farms. I can't foresee either of these guys dying unless somebody messes up horribly. Not a lot of offensive toolkits on either side as early on Miracle. Coughing a little bit of damage, but GH trying to help out as much as he can.
Yeah, interesting move as well from the... They did start with Kuro in the mid lane, but now opting to move him down to bottom, swapping sort of positions that GH and Kuro are in. So Kuro can now look to try and help out Matumba in this bottom lane, make sure that he gets the farm.
This high HP regen Lycan doesn't care too much about the grass. That's a mid.
Do get the sharp blow, but GH has to be careful. Thunderstrike bringing him down there. Miracle's trying to man up for this kill here, but him and GH both incredibly low. They put the fairy fight to keep himself like turn for the rest of Miracle. Can he get it? He can! Miracle gets the blood. GH gets the second kill. GH will pay with his life, but Miracle manning up. I mean, that is textbook Miracle play through and through. This man knows the limits of the hero, and he'll push it even further and get away with it every time, Blitz.
That was unbelievable. Sccc did not expect that kind of turnaround. They managed to nab both the kills from that. I mean, the synergy very apparent in GH and Miracle as both pick up their respective kills, and a very good start for Team Liquid. But at the same time, CS-wise, Gyrocopter does lead the field. Tidehunter's doing fine.
Matumba, as you say, still getting a good amount of CS though down in that bottom lane. Not too fussed about the harassment, especially when just left in the 1v1. With Newbee support sort of moving around. Kaka did head over to the mid lane. Looks like they're trying to decide the best way of looking to continue to secure that lane for Sccc and make sure that they don't make the same mistakes again, giving up kills to the dual lane that Liquid had there. It's in the bottom lane, does have the missile coming in, but he'll be fine. Kuro's back by his side to make sure the Newbee don't chase down for more.
Yeah, he's got boots.
Look at this mid. GH, he's got the Invis rune.
Yeah, he's trying to bait out the Astral onto Miracle.
Could look for a very good setup here. Sccc come very far up. He did not expect the Invis rune touch to be there. There'll be an Astral to hold back Miracle. GH is going to try and chase down, and in fact, it's going to keep Sccc alive. No! The raise! Miracle gets it! Sccc! A bit of a mistake there as he decides to try and come back in. That long-range raise was always going to be there for Miracle.
Yeah, now it feels like he's getting a little bit flustered here. Not the type of mistake that we see from him often, Owen.
And I believe he did pop a salve as well, just been on the way down as the Tusk got the last hit in onto him. So that's sort of knocking him back as well in the network department in this early stage.
Kaka starting to get low. Here's the second raise. 22 HP he'll walk away with. And the bottom lane, Kuro, just sitting here securing this Lycan's farm. They're going to make a move on to Faith. He's starting to get a little bit low.
Body blocks as well with the wolves, making sure that it's impossible for Faith to get away. Smart resummon as well, just in case he was able to get around, so Matumba could keep maintaining that control on the Disruptor.
Yeah, and in mid lane right now, Miracle with 20 souls already. Very nice lead from him.
And that CS difference is only going to get bigger and bigger. 16 for 7 against the 10 for 2. Sccc certainly needs help if Newbee don't want to end up effectively sacking this lane, and he's going to get it. TP's coming through. Newbee coming towards the mid lane with both supports, Kaka and Faith. It is night time, and they want to try and utilize this to get a jump on Miracle. He's getting close. They have got the Astral set at Miracle.
Where's the
not expecting that. He doesn't have any TP backup for now. Now it's coming through. He's going to try and TP out, but he's not going to make it. There's a point in the net. They hold him down. Newbee will be able to claim the life of Miracle. Same time up top, KP chasing down Mind Control. Mind Control's got the shield. KP with nothing else left in the tank to throw out. Still yet, of course, to have a point in the gush. But that was a big kill for Newbee. They had to do that. They had to somehow shut down this SF that had started off with 2-0-1, being involved in 3 kills in 4 minutes.
Yeah. And normally we see GH there, but wasn't quite there in time as Mugi. Lays down the rocket barrage.
It's gonna be
Taka, they're both here.
It draws GH back a bit, and with the trap from the kinetic field, GH is held in place. Liquid trying to help him out, getting him out of there. The Thunderstrike's going to take GH down low. They'll hold him down with the root, and Newbee will claim the life of GH. Also turning back towards Kuroki, he potentially in trouble as well. The kinetic field traps him up. They've got the dust, they surround him. No way he gets out of this. A double kill for Mugi. Big pickups for Newbee in that safe lane.
Yeah, and it's the support duo that's doing so well for them right now. They go bottom, get 2 kills. They go mid, they kill the Shadow Fiend. This is the kind of response that they needed to keep up in this game. It's the early game pressure of Liquid that seems to collapse on the teams, but Newbee matching them step for step right now. As GH, Ward is just gonna fade. As Sccc has that single level of Astral. They're trying to make this move on him. Here comes the imprisonment.
One Razor's already hit, but the shards will end up actually not helping Liquid. They push Sccc back a bit. He's going to be fine. And now Newbee, they're looking to turn. And after the Thunderstrike onto Miracle, they won't be able to bring him back with a glimpse. Just level 1, of course, at this stage. So not quite the range to catch him. But they do manage to keep Sccc alive. Just a little bit off the mark with those shards.
Now he's doing okay. He's trying to catch up a little bit, but the Shadow Fiend still at a heavy advantage. As Kuro at bottom lane decides to go for the rune.
He wants the rune and he gets it, but he's going to pay with his life by the looks of it. The rune's down. No way to go invis under that, and he'll fall. Another kill from Mugi. Same time, GH this time will get a good shot.
There are the raises.
Setting up for the raises. Sccc positive 1 charges. It's not enough to save him. Miracle still claims the kill.
Back and forth we go. Kills being exchanged all around the map right now. No clear favorite yet. The gold lead is for Liquid, but it's barely anything to speak about. As up at top, KP does have his level 6, opted not to go for the Ravage early on.
I mean, looking at this lane is pretty much as you said, you know, KP absolutely getting the free farm. 39 for 1. Straw Mind Control still getting a bit out of the lane, but KP just getting that little bit more in this 1v1. Neither in danger of going down though.
It's just the Tide versus any sort of melee matchup. And Tidehunter doesn't really feel your death, as KP really wants to use the Shrine, is going to. Nobody on his team low enough for him to share that. And at bottom lane, Mugi, still the man of the match right now, has the most farm. Kuro down here, getting solo XP as Matama Man has rotated to the jungle to try to give his support time to breathe.
CS in the middle lane, Sccc still very much behind. 23-9 against the 30 for 13. Miracle, level 6. And in the experience department as well, and shoving the lane forward. Does have to be careful, because Faith in the neighborhood, along with Kaka, both supports sitting behind Sccc, just in case Liquid go for another sort of aggressive play with GH. But GH at the moment, actually moving down towards bottom to back up Kuro and Matuma Man. They have got that level 6 shapeshift ready to run in if it needs be, and here we go. Snowball to lead in, GH has the trap. Mugi trying to turn with the rocket barrage. In fact, he's doing a lot of damage. Yeah, Matuma can't quite get in for the damage. Now they can. But Mugi, he's backing up. The creep will chase down. He's doing his best to juke this off, but he's done it. Mugi, can he juke this off? Matuma Man still hunting, and he'll find it with the blast for the Satire Tormentor. It will finally claim the kill. Bit unfortunate for Newbee that they couldn't have any TP backup come through, but it looks like Kaka didn't have one, and they just didn't want to try and take that fight, that, you know, with 3 heroes from Liquid diving them as such. Yeah,
GH is starting to get a little bit low. Miracle makes his way forward, but does get glimpsed back almost immediately.
Kuro with the setup onto Kaka. He has got the mirror image. Kinetic field's down, but they'll snowball their way out of it, continuing to chase down Kaka. Faith trying his best to keep them off with the Thunderstrike on GH. Another shards comes down. Kaka's trapped up, and they'll get the kill. Liquid taking down the Naga Siren. And Mugi just holding on for dear life behind that tower, not wanting to show himself straight away.
Up at top, Mind Control.
See what they can do here. Mind Control already being forced to put that borrowed time. It's on cooldown for 50 seconds, but KP, still low mana, can't quite go in, and Mind Control's out of there. Bottom lane, cooldown set up onto Matuma Man. He's boarding Kaka as well. Matuma in a lot of trouble. A homing missile flies through, and he pushes too long. Gets punished for it. Newbee take down the Lycan.
Barely misses on the dust as Kuro went upwards. He's going to pick up his level 5 from that, but not too happy about this as GH waiting for somebody to show up mid. He gets pinged out, he's spotted. Here comes a snowball.
He's going to try and lead in. Miracle doesn't really want to come this deep, especially with backup from Newbee inbound. GH getting glimpsed back, and he'll pay for this one. Tried to set up a play, but sets it up a little too deep, as Newbee more than easily punish him for that.
Right now, it doesn't feel like either team willing to give up on this type of aggression. Oh, and oftentimes we see somebody crack. Yesterday we saw EG could not keep up with the pace at all, but Newbee well prepared in this matchup. And up at top, KP.
And these movements as well, sort of mind control now. He's down in the bottom lane, and he's running at them. He's looking straight towards Faith, trying to chase him down. He has got 4 points, of course, in the passive with that slow and attack speed boost. He'll get it. That's going to be one down. Has got the borrowed time. Marcel holds him back for now, but GH ready to roll in. Set up for more. They have got the cooldown. Moogie trying his best to turn. The Aphotic Shield procs is bringing Moogie down low.
Invis right now.
Up. KP's coming with a TP. Gush to slow down mind control. He's trying to chase.
Oh,
Ice Shot blocking KP, making it hard to chase him down, but Scc's there with the wraparound and will allow them to get that kill onto mind control.
Barely missed on that raise at bottom. It is going to create some space up at top for Matama Man to try to do some damage to this tower, but Newbee very aware of this. Faith already in position. Matama Man, though, has that ulti. You've got to be careful. This Lycan does eat support heroes.
Absolutely. I mean, even with the glimpse, with the move speed that he has, he can definitely chase it down a second time. A little less so with KP around. KP, of course, still with that Ravage ready to blow. Makes it a lot harder for Liquid to dive in these sort of situations when the tide is there.
He doesn't want to give up on this tower, though.
He
has
really
his
wants
ulti.
it. He's popping the shapeshift, but he will back off. He's sort of digging in and out, and he'll come back in. Does manage to get it with the team. They won't get the deny. Same time down bottom, Kakra and Moogie moving in onto GH. They will take down the Tusk. Kuro, you could be in trouble as well, in fact, with the root down upon him. This is going to be 2 kills for Newbee. Double kill for Moogie, as he is going ham on that bottom lane.
And up at top, Sccc has made his rotation, but no stuns available for them as both cores just farming together. Newbie, unfortunately for them, they're only really killing the supports on the side of Liquid, but I think they're okay with that. They're starting to catch up on their OD little by little, barely behind the Abaddon now. And their Tidehunter still has quite a bit of farm mode. A lot of this difference comes from that tower that they were able to take.
KP, very strong levels as well, level 9 Tide. Bottom lane, Moogie getting chased down, tries to pop the drums to help him get out of here. Matuma Man doesn't yet have the shapeshift, so will not have the movement speed to chase it down, and now they could be in trouble. KP moving into position, doesn't need to blow the Ravage as of yet, because with a quick route from Kaka, they'll catch out GH.
Didn't have to use either ult for that. You saw that Kaka thought about it, but understands that he can hold on to it right now, and they are very strong at this point, Newbee. They've got all their ults available, and this is what's making Liquid a little bit hesitant to fight into them. This mid lane, though, this is going to be the next target for Newbee to defend. Not something that they want to give up on. We saw how difficult it was for EG to play without their mid tower early on, and Newbee adjusting to that.
Faith? Well, he's being chased here by this level 9 mind control Abaddon. He won't continue, especially as Moogie turns up, but he might not have the option to as he gets dragged back. Does still have the borrowed time. We'll see if they can fight through it. Kaka there as well for the control.
They want to pop that ulti.
Let's see if they can do it twice. With that stun connecting, it's going to hold him in place for the duration. They have the cooldown flying through. They'll take mind control down for sure. Just try for a cheeky deny, but with the 1 point in the coil, it's very hard to do with that sort of limited damage. So another pickup for Newbee, starting to build themselves ahead, 12-8. So overall, the net worth pretty much bang on even between these two sides. A very close opening to this game 1 of the best of 5 grand finals.
Yeah. Currently, the problem for Liquid is that they don't feel as though they can fight into the ultis, and it's not easy for them to burst anybody on the side of Newbee.
Or G8. They're trying to go for the dodge there with the snowball, but they still have the glimpse ready. Dragging him back, taking down another, getting low. At the same time, yeah, Matuma Man, he's looking for KP. KP still has the Ravage, pops it out, holds 3 of them back, and Sccc with a TP in will force Liquid to back up. So Ravage expended, but it keeps KP alive, and it is stopping Liquid from being able to get a kill now for quite some time, as the pace has slowed down for them, but still the farm is looking very good. Miracle's top of the board, he has his drums complete. In top lane, they may just be able to set up onto Moogie. The majority of Newbee's side has backed off. Moogie a little out on his own. Have they got the control of Miracle? They have a great glimpse from Faith, pulling Miracle back to make sure that he can't chase down Moogie's Jara.
The problem is GH, very unfamiliar for me anyways. He's only level 5 at 14 minutes. Still doesn't have his ult. Compare that to the 5 position Disruptor who's level 7. He's not able to have the sort of impact that we normally see him have, and that just further highlights the importance of the 4 position as Kaka Will net up mind control, who just died.
They're going to try for it here. He does have that borrowed time. Pops it straight away to remove that stun and looks to turn around with some harassment. They have indeed, dragging him closer to the floor of the KP, trying to block him off. Miracle is there, looks to help things out as he has the raises, but Sccc moving in. They'll have to back off as the Requiem was sort of toyed with by Miracle. Newbee, they do have the full 5-man here, but they don't want to get too over-aggressive. Tier 1 tower is still up at the enemy there. Miracle does move himself forward though with the clutch. Does end up for the cooldown. Miracle makes a bit of a mistake coming that close. Kuro is in with a static storm immediately from Faith, holding him back for now. GH does manage to roll in onto Mugen with a miscall from Mind Control. They claim the jar in return. Kaka, Riptide, Mind Control falling low. He doesn't have that borrowed time for 20 seconds, so he's down as well. Double kill for Sccc. KP still moving in, giving the vision onto Kuro and GH, but he's falling low. Has to be careful as he's tanking up this tier 1 tower. But Sccc still standing strong. The Tummerman, meanwhile, just looking for the split push. Fortification will come through, as well as a TP down from KP to put an end to it. Liquid still doing their best to hold on to this middle lane. They have the opening onto Kaka, bringing him low. Defensive Astral there from Sccc, toying around with the overgrowth. He is going to be able to get it up, but Kuroki, surely he'll still go down. The Thunderstriker Glimpse taking him back into the hands of Faith, causes him to fall. There's a wraparound from the Timmerman. He has the Necro units, but the song straight away from Kaka, putting a stop to it all. They have the kinetic field for the control. Do Newbee want to go back in? They have the cooldown, but with Miracle and Mind Control returning, Newbee, they'll decide to back off. They're happy with how they've managed to come out on top so far off the back of that fight. They didn't get the tower, but they're continuing to get these kills.
And Liquid showing their hand right there. What they want to do is push aggressively into the side lanes with this Lycan and just constantly heal up their towers so that there's no sort of trade for them. And this is the kind of fights that they need, where Matama Man harasses out one side, gets as much free farm as he can while his teammates just defend out the tower. And we also see the priority of Kaka with his sleep. There are multiple times he could have used that offensively, but he's always going to opt to use it defensively in a game like this to try to just reset the fights, get his teammates out when the Lycan inevitably comes forward.
KP heading back towards mid. He's level 12 now. Points in the Ravage. Mind Control playing it very safe. But as you say, it is this split push play from Liquid that will certainly be the kryptonite to Newbee's group up and go. Bottom lane, Kaka and Sccc will react to this split play though. They head down along with Faith. They've managed to trap up Matuma-Man and they will punish it. Same time mid lane, homing missile from Mugi onto Mind Control. They're trying to bring down this tower, but the overgrowth's out again from Kuro. Keeping that tower alive. GH and Mind Control looking towards this. Up top, Miracle went for the split push, goes for the TP out. Can they find him in time? They can't. So Miracle will be able to rejoin the forces in mid. Mind Control chasing it down. Miracle pops the jumps to help them close the gap. Ice Shard's on point. He does have the hood. Is it going to be enough to save him? The Ravage! The Ravage! And the slide out. He gets away. Kuro's on the high ground, but he'll be held in place by the static storm of the kinetic field. Faith with the control to take down Kuro. Kaka now looking for more. They look towards Mind Control. 50 seconds before the borrowed time's up again. Miracle pops the Requiem, forcing Newbee to keep their distance. Newbee will still be happy to take down more if they get an opportunity for a glimpse setup. Liquid trying to keep themselves back. Kaka seeing if he can get in range for the root. There's a homing missile on its way towards GH. Creating space for Newbee to push in onto this tier 1. Fortification popped by Liquid. Liquid try and take this.
Really want to defend this tower. Tree's going to be up in 5 seconds.
The root. Same time, Newbee without that Ravage, without that song, and the Static Storm. Big team of fire ultimates that they have been relying on. They will back away and respect Liquid as they come back in to defend that tier 1.
Yeah, and look at Matama Man. He further shows this. He immediately goes down to this bottom jungle area, waiting for Newbee to reveal themselves, while the rest of his team defends up this mid tower. For Liquid, it's going to be very hard for them to team fight into this, and so they need to fight around these landmarks. And this mid tower, obviously one of the best in the game.
They're doing a fabulous job of keeping it alive. Bottom lane, Mugi. There's a bit of a wall problem. Matuma-Man with the micro, holding Mugi down, and that will be a free pickup for the big bad wolf. Matuma-Man takes down one, and maybe they can look for a second. He'll look towards Faith, but the kinetic field's down. Can't quite chase the Disruptor, with Glimpse still available. If you're pushing GH away. Sccc as well, we saw him at the start, was a little bit behind Miracle. He's catching back up to the other core. Still Miracle shooting ahead at the top of the chart. 8.5k net worth on this Shadow Fiend at 19 minutes in. He's looking very, very scary indeed, and keeping that farm going despite Newbee's consistent pressure on that middle lane.
Right now, Newbee, in a normal game, if there's not a tree in this game, you've already taken that mid tower and start to make aggressive moves into the enemy jungle. But in a game like this, Newbee, they keep throwing heroes at this area, which allows Matuma-Man to just push out that bottom wave and threaten. And you see the strength of the Lycan against the Gyrocopter. The Gyrocopter just dies as soon as he shows himself.
Yeah, this Treant pick certainly proving to be a smart one, and we've seen, you know, I believe the stats say, you know, Newbee normally taking their games before the 40-minute mark or such. It's going to be a lot harder to do so if you have these defensive supports, and well, mind control, and this core abandon as well, these heroes that can just keep the game going, make it very hard for you to push into and take sort of objectives off the back of fights, because Newbee have been getting kills, but as you said, they can't get towers.
Yeah, they're getting really frustrated at this because mind control is just sitting there.
Yep.
It's not easy for them to kill him, and then the rest of the squad from Liquid look at them. They're starting to back him up.
I mean, they're trying their best. With 5 heroes and for about 3 ultimate shoes, they should be able to find him, and they do. But as you say, it almost feels like just pure frustration being shown by Newbee as they throw everything at this mid lane. They desperately want to break it, but I feel like we've been in this sort of position for the last 5 minutes.
Look at bottom lane. Once again, they try to do this with 2 heroes mid, but they also realize that they're torn between this bottom lane, Matuma Man doing the correct move every single time, and Newbee, it's very hard for them to punish this. Liquid are just running them ragged around the map, and now Matuma Man is signaling forward, saying somebody has to push out top. Line drawn by GH. Now they're going to go for the smoke, and this might even be a Roshan attempt by them.
Let's see what the call is. GH will lead the charge.
They might have spotted this Gyrocopter with this ward, and everybody from Newbee right now still in this mid lane.
They are coming across though as well, Newbee.
They might have read, thinking to themselves, maybe they might be trying to sneak a Roshan. Nobody's at this bottom area.
The Rangers get drawn by Muga. They are aware of what's going on. I say that, they sent the courier in. That'll be an easy courier kill. I mean, Newbee say, all right, they went for the courier. Space is made. Let's go down mid. Let's try again. We'll see if Liquid can react in time and for what feels like sort of the 4th, 5th time now. Looks like this time Newbee getting away with a decent amount of damage onto this tier 1 tower. Overgrowth there from Kuro, they're making it harder. Look at this wraparound Miracle, actually with the BKB ready to go. Song's out, but with the BKB already out, Miracle, he's forcing them away. Newbee, they have to just retreat with this. Oh, the shard! They're perfect, they trap up Kaka, but the full stuff from Sccc gets them back up to the high ground. They're trying their best to turn. The cooldown's out, it's only connected onto mind control, but he has to throw time through. They've lost Kaka on Newbee, but Superman trying to move over the side. These are clipped! Sccc doing huge amount of damage. The Ravage is there! Newbee, they've baited Liquid into a beautiful team fight for themselves. They've taken down 4. They look towards Miracle. Newbee, they've finally broken this headlock, and Liquid have kept them in for the last 5 minutes. They wipe them. They'll be rewarded with this tier 1 tower at least. What a fight for Newbee.
KP was so incredibly patient with that ult, held it the entire time, baited through, understood he needed to wait on some key spells, he needed the borrowed time to go off, the BKB to wear off on that Shadow Fiend. It looked like for a second he was going to wait a little bit too long, but rides the edge perfectly. Liquid hard committed for that fight. They get the 5-man team fight. They finally take that mid tower. They're going to be incredibly happy with that sequence of events. 10-second BKB was popped on the side of SF at the same time. They really want to take this tower. They understand if they don't, the tree heal just comes onto it and all that damage is going to be nullified, but they're going to have to retreat, reset things a little bit.
I mean, if you hope to take a fight against this team Liquid, you have to do it perfectly, and I don't think there's anything Newbee could have done any better there, as you say. Everything used at the correct time, the timings were perfect, no panic whatsoever from Newbee, keeping their composure and taking an incredible fight. Liquid now.
They know there's no Ravage. There's no big abilities on the side of Newbee. If they could sneak this, they could reset the game a little bit.
They've got the cooldown coming in, the standing storm as well. It's trapped onto mind control. Snowball comes in, GH trying to buy some time, but GH is falling low. The Arcane on bringing him down, but what's Sunburst upon him? He's going to be able to keep alive with the evasion. Mind control onto my man trying to turn things around. He has the shape shift trapped up again by the kinetic field. Defensive Astral onto Fade, but Matuma Man will chase it. Take down the Disruptor. Looking towards KP. The sleep is there. Kaka, what do they want to do? They want to disengage by this, but Newbee keeping to the high ground. Charge is going to come up on, I believe that does block the path off for Sccc if they want to retreat, but Sccc, he's trying to man up. He's looking towards Matuma. Snowball from GX, closing the gap onto Mugi. Force up to the high ground from Sccc. Turning towards Kuro. They will keep chasing him. Mugi's trapped up by these ice shards in the river. He's going back in with the rocket barrage and the black cannon. He's maybe be able to bring GH. He does, but he's going to shortly pay with his life. Raze is there for Miracle. They've taken down to a return. Sccc trying to find Kuro, but the overgrowth's out once more. And KP, Kaka and Sccc just have to retreat, and with that play, Liquid can move themselves back into the pit. an attempt for the Roshan. Sanity's Eclipse is back up fairly shortly.
He's got 56 and stolen. He wants this.
KP wants to go for the big play. He's going in. There's the Ravage.
He's going to drop it.
The attempt is going to be a big Sanities from Sccc. It's the ultra kill. Sccc. You know this man. He wants his revenge after TI finals. And with play like this, Newbee may just get it one away to kick off this game one. 25 minutes in, Newbee take Roshan for themselves. Sccc claims the Aegis. They are playing absolutely perfectly, Newbee. Snowball from GH will be there to dodge out the glimpse, but Sccc, he has the setup with the Astral. Kaka comes round, looking for the root. The damage from this man on the OD is absolutely insane. 56 intelligence stolen. You cannot come near him.
And Sccc last year was in the finals. Game 1 saying, I will not be denied this opportunity. He had 70 in when he ran in there. The double ults, just enough for them. The cooldowns were just there. And Liquid almost got that Roshan. Could have just turned the game for them, but instead it's another team wipe for Newbee, as now they lead the game 7k up. They're going to take another tier 1 tower. Those towers that eluded them this entire time. Now they're starting to fall in. Liquid hard-pressed to take these engagements. Whenever this Ravage is up, KP, he's been so patient with his usage on all of them. Gonna get very tanky now. Almost has that Shiva's guard completed. And Liquid already lack damage. We already talked about their double support combo. They're not really gonna do much except play defensively. But right now, the Shadow Fiend just a little bit underfarmed. Same with the Lycan.
And the build that sort of Miracle's being forced into as well, it's incredibly defensive. It's not going to solve the damage issues, having to go BKB and Manta style in this test now.
Yeah, and it's not easy for them to close a distance on this OD. The amount of control that they have is a little bit lacking.
The jungle will find themselves disruptive, Faith, with the static in return.
Kaka's coming here. He's got the ult too. Miracle in a stuck position right now.
And they're looking for the return play. Once the BKB goes for the Requiem, the defensive Astral, protecting Kaka from it. Liquid's
comes a ton of men.
They come in, they look towards Kaka, but there's the song, holding the back. KP, no Ravage for 12 seconds though, but there is a cooldown. Comes straight in, onto Miracle. Miracle looking for Mugi, but the Solar Crest for the teammate keeps him a bit of a life for a little bit, but he still falls. They'll get the second kill, taking down the Gyro. Matuma Man looking for the escape with the TP out, but he's not going to make it. Sccc's there in time with the Astral. Matuma Man, he's trying to run, he's trying to hide, but Sccc slides in with a Hurricane Pike to find the finisher. They do manage to hit back very hard there, Newbee. They may have lost Mugi, but Sccc, he's just getting kill after kill after kill. He's top of the net worth. Looking towards Mind Control. Mind Control does have borrowed time, so he should be fine.
Gonna run into the courier.
See what they can do. KP will stop the chase. Playing Sccc. Kuroki actually revealing himself in that. Yeah, all right. There we go, that's for TI, he says. Sccc just drops the hammer. And that's Kuro down. And with the creeps pushing in, Newbee should have a good shot at taking this tier 2 tower. No pesky overgrowth to worry about now at all. Sccc continuing to just maintain this incredibly high level of intellect. 64 stolen at the moment. This man hitting like an absolute truck on this OD.
Might have been an overreaction to go for that ulti onto the tree, but a lot of repressed anger in that one. So they're gonna briefly show mid, but without their main tower hitter in Mugi there, not really gonna follow up. I do like how Liquid is atomizing though. Going for the Solar Crest and the Halberd, it's very nice against the OD, who doesn't naturally build items like the MKB. So the True Strike's almost never gonna be there for him, but Matuma Man dropping dangerously low.
Look at this damage! Any chance for Sccc to get a couple of hits on anyone at this stage, and they just get ripped to shreds. Level 20 now, so he has that plus 20 strength, so he's starting to tank up a little bit also. They've got to do something about this OD. They just can't allow him to get the chance to right-click their heroes down in this fight. I mean, with their lineup, how do they get on top of Sccc? It's very
really
hard.
They don't have one of those big team fight ultis either.
And look at this. Miracle comes forward. He's going to get held in place by the Astral. KP does have the Ravage. Watch out for it. He's ready to go. He's looking to pop it. He doesn't even need to maybe for Miracle. Miracle held down by the root. He goes for the Requiem Revo, but he falls. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 down on Liquid for now. Still never took up for 10 seconds. The buyback for Genting for the static stop from Meg controls the ball. It's all over game 1. GG is called. Liquid They try to solve the Naga problem, this strap that Newbee have, and for Newbee, there's